Digital cross-dressing, when men pose as female influencers using AI filters. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Deepfake series. Today's video dives into one of the most provocative and under-discussed applications of AI, the use of gender-swapping filters and facial mapping technology by male creators to present as female influencers, often without disclosure and often for growth, monetization, or influence. Let's break it down from the top. We've officially entered the era where identity is modular. With the right filters, overlays, and deepfake software, someone can adopt an entirely different persona, visually, vocally, and behaviorally, without surgery, without commitment, and often without consequence. We're now seeing male creators using these tools to appear as conventionally attractive women online, and not just in experimental art projects or virtual reality avatars. This is happening on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and even in dating app ecosystems. These digital personas aren't glitchy or cartoonish. They're polished. They're soft-featured, they're dressed on-brand, and they're performing femininity in a way that's engineered to attract clicks, attention, and often, money. Now here's the part that matters. Many audiences don't know, and that's where the ethical conversation begins. This isn't about gender identity or expression. This is about undisclosed impersonation being used to gain attention under false pretenses. It's about the performance of womanhood becoming a strategic content choice, when it's not actually embodied or experienced. The result? Viewers are emotionally engaging with something that feels authentic, but is entirely constructed for conversion. It's a form of digital drag, but without the cultural context, community roots, or clear acknowledgement. And unlike performance art, which celebrates transformation, many of these creators aren't telling their audiences the truth. They're using AI filters and facial reconstruction tools to pass, and the more real it looks, the more profitable it becomes. But let's pause here and ask, why is this happening? Because feminine influence converts. In online culture, women dominate in beauty, lifestyle, wellness, soft power, and emotional content categories. The aesthetic, the tone, the way women create community and engagement, it's algorithmically rewarded. So it's no surprise that some creators, especially in competitive niches, are beginning to mimic what works. And in many cases, that means mimicking women, without ever having to live as one. This raises complex questions. Is it deceitful or just creative strategy? Is the problem the impersonation, or the fact that impersonation performs better than authenticity? What does this mean for women trying to grow platforms, when their likeness or archetype is now a template others can assume? It's layered, and the answers depend on intention, transparency, and context. Because here's the truth, AI doesn't care about gender, it cares about engagement. And now, the internet is full of feminine-coded content being created by people who aren't women, sometimes with better lighting, better scripting, and zero real-life vulnerability. We're not saying men shouldn't use filters or experiment with avatars. Everyone has a right to explore. But when that exploration turns into monetization, and the identity being performed is one you don't live, the conversation shifts from expression to extraction, especially when it's done without saying a word. There are real-world consequences to this. Women online already face scrutiny about whether they're real. Now, they'll be competing with AI-enhanced impersonations that are immune to fatigue, judgment, or emotional labor. It amplifies pressure. It makes authenticity harder to recognize, and it erodes trust between creators and communities. So where do we go from here? First, we normalize disclosure. If you're using AI to alter your face, voice, or identity for creative purposes, say so. It doesn't ruin the illusion. In fact, it often earns more respect. Second, we redefine what we reward. As viewers, we need to shift from reacting to surface and start engaging with substance. Filtered or not, what matters is the depth, the originality, the soul behind the screen. And third, we hold space for nuance. Technology has made it possible to embody any digital form, but that doesn't mean every use is equal. When performance intersects with profit, transparency isn't just ethical, it's essential. The point of this video isn't to shame anyone. It's to bring light to a shift that's already happening. One where gender is becoming a content strategy. One where femininity is being simulated and sold by people who don't carry its lived experience. And one where identity itself is turning into an editable format. The question isn't just who are you pretending to be? It's who profits from the performance. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing, and no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future, Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems, The Behavioral Economy Now Governs Access. 4. Hive mind, synthetic telepathy, and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you, medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief tech, AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones, the replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans, the merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Sos Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.